Mr. Chairman, it's important to get the facts out as to what this foreign assistance is. This is simply American to Saudi joint military training. This is an opportunity for Americans and Saudis to work in concert so that we can continue to build a bridge with our historic ally so that we can be in a better position to influence Saudi society and we can learn from them what they have to offer. The fact is that this particular amendment does not bring America safety, doesn't bring it security, it brings it the opposite. This new administration, this new Congress is about opening a new era of foreign policy, a new page of diplomacy that is smarter, more respectful of other countries, more appreciative of our allies. Saudi Arabia is one of the most important allies in the Middle East. King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia is one who proposed the Arab Peace Initiative, which has recently been endorsed by the Arab League. President Obama himself expressed support for this initiative in the early days of his presidency. I would go on, but I do want to yield time to a distinguished member from Florida, Congressman Ander, who is here today to offer his views on why this amendment is not good. But before I yield to the gentleman, let me say that the 2008 U.S. State Department Country Report on Terrorism stated that and praised Saudi Arabia in Saudi counterterrorism practices, credited Saudi cooperation with U.S. counterterrorism efforts as significant and characterized Saudi anti-extremism initiatives as aggressive, directly contrary to the gentleman from New York's representation of what Saudi Arabia is doing. I urge members not to perpetuate prejudice, but to try to build a bridge of understanding with the rest of the world. And I yield to the gentleman from Florida.
In fairness,
I'd like to reclaim the time, Mr. Chairman. And I want to thank the gentleman from Florida. I actually want to just submit that I see the gentleman has a poster board up there, and it's extremely unfortunate that poster board I would submit to the American people is extremely upsetting to me because, first of all, it has to do with something called hadith, and that is disputed. It's not necessarily even authentic.
Will the gentleman yield?
No, I will not yield.
The gentleman's making a reference.
I will not. I didn't yield, Mr. Chairman, and I will not yield. And so that is the kind of thing that will promote prejudice and religious bigotry. And I'm very ashamed for this body that he would do what he's doing right now.
Well, first of all, I would ask the gentleman to observe decorum on the floor, referring to gentlemen in the first person, but I will respond. Do you know whose words these are? This is the Saudi Arabian Department of Education teaching to its ninth graders. I did not write this. Now, I did translate it, but I did not write it. If the translation is incorrect, the gentleman will be the first to ever point that out. But I will say this. The simple question is this for my colleagues. If you want aid to go to Saudi Arabia, if, as the gentleman says, you somehow believe they need our foreign assistance, one of the most richest kingdoms on our blood money, that there is on earth, I would ask the gentleman, let me continue my point because it's a good one. If he believes that our paying $80 a barrel for oil when the Saudis would do nothing to help us with it is a good idea, vote no on this. But don't say it's because you don't want to tie hands. What we want to do here is tie the president's hand to finally live up to what this Congress has said, which is not a dollar, not a shekel, not a pound, not a dime going to the Saudi Arabians of our tax dollars. Enough is enough. And I think that the gentlelady has this exactly right. No money. And you can't have it both ways. You can't say, yes, I want no money, but I want there to be some wiggle room. We want no wiggle room in this case, I say to my colleagues. We want there to be no money going to this nation. They have blood on their hands. They say one thing and do something else. We all know it. 319 of us, and maybe with some help around here, we'll get closer to 419 of us, have said enough is enough. Year in and year out. Here, bring me that over quickly, Yuri, because I'm running out of time. 2004, 217 said no more money, 960,000 went. In 2005, 293, $1.5 million went. 2006, 312 members said no money, and 319,000. Have you no sense of dignity around here? Don't you want to vote? Let me just finish. I'm reaching a crescendo. Don't you have any sense of dignity? Thank you, sir.